So, if I have to say about a city that I have very strong knowledge about, I'm very confidently to share with you about Vinh City, which is the biggest city in Nghệ An province, um, located in the middle of Vietnam. And this is also one of the most impactful city in terms of economy for the region of north middle of Vietnam. This is not really a developed city like Hanoi or Ho Chi Minh, but it's a developing city with a lot of growth and changes changes for the past 20 years. I think somehow it can be comparable with Da Nang City or Hải Phòng City, which are belong to top 5 central city of Vietnam. And of course, if you can see from my personal identity card, I'm from Nghệ An, and this is the city that has a lot of memory and have a lot of memory and relevant story with me. So I'm not sure about the size, like how big it is, but like I said, like I share, regarding the economy impact, this is the center of North Middle in Vietnam, and for those three province in the North Middle of Vietnam, Vinh City is the place having the only international airport, which means that it has a lot of visibility and impacts on the economy, on the trading for the Vietnam. And about the facility, as I share, is a new city. It still have a high building, but the main function of them is for apartment, to building apartment, provide apartment for residents. For the office, we do not have some very high building like in Hanoi or Ho Chi Minh, but we still have an office, but they mostly located they mostly converted from old buildings or like pretty fairly high buildings. In terms of transport, is somehow comparable with Hanoi or Ho Chi Minh, where in Vietnam, in most cities in Vietnam, we just focus on developing the transport on the road, serving for car, bike, and car, motorbike, or bicycle. I have a lot of memories in this city. I have to say that this is the first city I lived. This is the first city I moved when I have to go to my high school. So it's also marked a milestone for me to start stay independently from my parents. There's just one thing I'm not really into the city like before, because that the city is have a very strong growing for the past 10 years. So that's why for now, if you go to big city, especially during peak time like Tet holiday, you can see a lot of car. And the increasing number of cars was so fast that the development of road transportation couldn't fully equip with it. So that's why even this is just not really a big city, but it has a heavy traffic jam during holidays. So actually, I'm a person that have moved across so many places. Up until now, I have to say I haven't lived in almost nearly 5 or 6 houses, because I started moving out of my family since I was in high school. But there's one place that I really loved and I really appreciate to have a chance to live in that place. Is my rent house when I was in university. It's my last rent house when I was in Hanoi as well. I lived in this house when I was an undergraduate, and it was not really a big house, but it had 2 bedrooms, so that's why I shared it with my friends. It's just a small house in an old apartment. I believe that it's already 40 or 50 years old. And one special thing of this is that it's just immediately in front of my university, so that's why the its location is really convenient for me when I was studying in the university. That place attacked with a lot of memories with me, where I witnessed my growth, sleepless night, like a lot of times that I got depressed or overcome the depression as a student at that time. And the people here were so friendly. I still remember a dog of a house just below my floor, and he's always waiting for me at his door to say hi to me when I come home late. It has an ancient design, so that's why it's an inspiration of a lot of photographers to take photo of our building as well. There's a lot of reason why I love this place, but first thing is really convenient. It's next to my university, and surrounding it I can find almost everything for entertainment or for my my basic living conditions, like market, supermarket, cinema, or amusement park, or a park as well. And also, like, because it's in the schooling area, so that's why things around is not really so expensive. It's worth it. The price were adjusted to be very reasonable for university students. So up until now, I just lived here for around 1 year. I should have stayed that longer, but for COVID-19, but it's just after 1 year I lived here, the COVID-19 came, so that's why we have to get back that house, and I come back to my hometown. After that I moved to Ho Chi Minh City, so that's why I just live here for 1 year. But I believe it was one of the best rent house that I have ever lived.